Hey guys, this is Donnie Bullock again with another electric pickup truck log for my Megatruck project. So today was a good day for solar. I generated 75.3 miles, and just a quick reminder of what I got going on. So I'm trying to figure out how much more power I can generate by facing the sun directly. All the internet kind of shows that you'd get about 30% tracking the sun, and that may be like perfectly tracking it. So trying to figure out, just kind of log this at this point of how good you can do with that. And how I do that, so I have two inverters, and one of them I call it my garden inverter. So when this is on, only the garden is sending it, and if all these other ones are up, they're all sending it to this one. And then if this one, so in the morning, so I guess back to this, got a little distracted there. But the morning I'll have it set to the east. Here's what I got on my roof. So that would be this panel. Here's the compass of kind of what I'm at. So north is more this way, so it's a little bit off. So I'm not true east. I wish I was a little bit better. I might look into moving these a little different to kind of get a better, more accurate power generation. And then so in the afternoon I'll switch to the center one, which is my one that's facing the most south. The compass again, it's still a little bit off, but not too bad. And then in the evening when I get home, I'll switch to that one, which is the west facing panels. And again, they're a little bit off from perfectly west, and I guess that's probably a good point. I mean, no parking lot, I mean, generally speaking, is not going to be, no matter where you park, you're probably not going to be perfectly facing east or west or south. But I mean, it's good. I'm getting good results, so that's a good thing. Trying to think anything else. I guess like and subscribe. I'm thinking I'm gonna do a bunch of other videos to kind of break down the cost of what this would cost, and kind of just to give you a rough idea right now, something like this with all the panels it would take to cover like a full parking lot, it'd be about $3,000 into it. And so versus home installation, it actually cuts your cost in about half, just in installation, because you wouldn't need to run a ton of wire up to your roof or wherever you put them. You'd be just connecting directly in there. And I think for a production like vehicle like this, you could just make it kind of a plug and play thing. You order your bed panel, and you just plug it in. You mount it, of course, mount what you need to mount it, and then plug it in for power. You wouldn't need a electrician or anything to wire it up. And also something to note is solar panels are DC power, so your batteries in an electric vehicle would be DC, obviously. So my thoughts are, I believe you can set up all these cells to perfectly charge your batteries without needing like any inverters or anything. So there's huge cost savings there also. And then plus, if you can get 30% more power this way, you can also have savings there, the faster payback. And kind of the numbers I've been getting, I think I've only had one day, like a really really dark, rainy day, rained the whole day, had 7 miles worth of power generated. I have one other day that I messed up on. Accidentally had all the switches off, and all the power went to this one in the morning, or yeah, in the morning, and then in the afternoon I noticed it, and then I hurried and switched to this one. So that one I only got about half the sunlight I typically would. But yeah, but I mean, still pretty good. 27 miles. My daily commute's nothing that high, so it would definitely cover what I would need. So I mean, cost-wise, there's a huge benefit of doing this, and when I get the truck kind of all going, I would want this to be able to provide emergency power for like your house, or you could even do like to a hospital. Like say like you had like a big storm that took out all the power, you could still hook up to like a well and wire it in, and you could still be pumping water for everybody. So that'd be pretty awesome. And I got a future video. I'm gonna go through how we could convert to like probably like 95% electric. Kind of a picture. I'll just show you real quick. So it's kind of what my thoughts are. Dealing with motors since '98. There's a common part in every pickup truck. It's a driveline. So every truck has a driveline, and actually I think most SUVs do also. So if you could pull that driveline out, and so step 2, you would pull it out, remove the driveline, or I guess that's technically step 1. And then you could, if you had like an all-in-one kind of system all ready to go, this now being an electrical motor, so you'd bolt all this in or weld it in, whatever turns out to be the quickest and strongest way to do it. So you could do that, and cost-wise, so you're not building a whole new vehicle. You would just be adding on a motor to your vehicle, so your cost, and I think you could actually get this cost clear. I've been crunching the numbers on it, and I think you could get this after manufacturing and all these parts. If you could get it mass produced, you could get it down as low as $7,500 dollars. And then if this was able to apply for the federal tax rebate, basically everybody could get it for free that way. So yeah, that's step 2. You bolt all that in, and then step 3, I kind of have you to install your control circuit. You need some kind of way to turn it on and off, and obviously safely. And you also need to run a way to charge it. I think you could do something in their bumper, pretty easy and quickly install a plug to charge it. And obviously you'd want to test it, make sure it's working, test all the safety controls. You're gonna have to add a lot of safety. Nobody's gonna want to put it in there if it's not safe to do. But anyway, I'm probably taking too much of your time, so I will get some more of these other videos going, so you can kind of see what my plan is, kind of my end game for what this Megatruck can be. So I will talk to you later.